All right, let's turn now to a current event happening at the end of the month in Rock Island. September is National Service Dog Month, and coming to the Quad Cities for the first time is Paws for Peace, a sound bath journey for service dogs and humans. Here to explain what this is Lynne Stukart, a certified sound therapist and educator. Lynne, thank you so much for being here with us. Can we start with what is a sound bath?
Of course. Thank you for having me. A sound bath is a therapeutic experience where participants relax, recline, and are bathed in soothing sound and frequencies. There's nothing to do. You just listen, and it helps calm the nervous system. It helps reduce stress and anxiety, and it helps restore balance. It's like a reset button for your mind and body.
So you've got a lot of gongs there behind you and some bowls. How does it work? You just lay there and listen to the sounds coming through? Are you given some guidance on how to meditate?
So we basically start with just welcoming everyone in. We start with a little bit of breath work just to kind of slow down our respiration and just start to kind of set the space. And then everybody starts to gently close their eyes, and I start playing the instruments in a very calming, soothing, therapeutic manner. And people just need to just relax and listen. And there's really nothing to do. And in this instance, we'll have them bring their therapy and service dogs so they can experience this as well.
Why is this something that you wanted to do? What do you think dogs and service dogs and therapy dogs get out of going to an event like this?
That's a great question. A couple of years ago, I started doing virtual sound baths online, and I, at the time, had 4 pets. And you can imagine it would be a little chaotic. And so I would start to do the sound baths, and I would notice they would become more calm and they would start to settle in, and then eventually they'd fall asleep. And this kept happening every single time I did these virtual sound baths. And then I've given several sound baths in the community, and people will bring their service dogs. And I just think it's such an incredible bond that we have with our animals, and that we can experience that together with them. And these service animals and therapy animals are taking a lot of responsibility to protect their humans. And it just seemed like a natural thing to do where we could experience that with them together.
Hmm. So I mentioned it earlier, this is going to be in Rock Island. Where is it going to be at specifically, and who is it open to?
So this is open to anyone. You can come even if you don't have a dog. And we are encouraging people to bring therapy or service dogs because they're typically trained to behave okay in these kind of situations. The event is going to be, like I said, open to everyone, all ages. And it's going to be at the Skylark in Rock Island. And the Skylark is a beautiful space. It has great acoustics. The owner is amazing. He's been very supportive of my events. And it's an old church that's been renovated into an event center.
Well, if someone is interested in sound bath therapy, whether they can make it at the end of this month or not, is there a place that they can find that around the QCA?
Absolutely. If you go to my website, which is lynnestukart.com, I have all of my events there. You can also go to Eventbrite and search my name, and you'll see all of the events that'll come up that I am hosting throughout the community. So I give ones online, and then I also do about 3 to 5 in-person ones. And then I also work with people one-on-one and in small groups if they like to work on things specifically, or in a larger group, we're working on just general calm and support and things of that nature.
Well, Lynn, before I let you go, we mentioned September is National Service Dog Month, which is why you're hosting this event now. But there's another reason here. I mean, September is also Suicide Awareness Month. Tell me how you wanted to tie both of those things into this.
So I have been giving sound baths for the Gray Matters Collective, and recently watched a post of theirs mentioning Blake Schwartz, who sadly had passed away from suicide. And his wife, Michelle, had started this organization called Paws for the Powerless, which provides therapy animals to first responders and other people in the community in need. And it just, this little light bulb went off in my head that there's such a need for us to feel better, to find ways to reset and to recalibrate when our world is can be so chaotic. And I reached out to Michelle, and she was very open to this. If you come to the sound bath, you'll meet their very first therapy dog named Kevin, And then there'll, of course, be other therapy dogs from the community as well there. So even if you don't have a dog, you can come and just experience the love of these animals and also these healing vibrations.
I love it. Lynne, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate this.
Thank you so much for having us. Bye.
For you guys at home, we have all the details for this Sound Bath event happening on September 28th up at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.